Welcome to the After Show. We just finished watching the season 5 opener of Spotlight. I'm here with Nikki, our past winner, and Lisa Bartram, the cast director. So Lisa,
Yes.
it's season 5, but we're celebrating the 10th year.
We will crown the 10th winner. We are upping the prize money for the people, whatever. It's a special time because, when we started this, we didn't think it would go that long. And not that we didn't think that it was a good program, but, you just never know what's going to strike a chord with students, and it's what it is.
Well, even when I came in, it was something that it felt like it happened every year. And when I came in, it was like the 6th season all together, and it just felt like something normal. And even when freshmen come in now, it's just something they get thrown into and work in it.
Yes. So
And
it's
even-
become a tradition.
Yeah, it pretty much has. And even freshmen turn out to watch it and compete in it because we've had a lot of freshmen turn out. How'd you feel about the performances overall?
Overall, it was a pretty good night. I was expecting, I'm not a pessimist, but I was really not expecting a lot of great pieces, I guess. Like, I was expecting, like, a couple of mishaps to happen. I mean, it's the first night. I was expecting technical difficulties, people forgetting words. Songs going wrong. Like, I was expecting, like, quite a bit to happen. And honestly, overall, there was, like, a couple little things, but no, not that anyone was really distracted by.
Well, the little things that happened, it was not really us working it our fault necessarily. It was the contestant.
It's not my fault.
It was the contestants not really knowing like how to go about the stage.
We give them direction beforehand, and nerves play into a lot of that. So we told them, hey, please don't walk in front of the monitor. Please make sure you hold your microphone as close to your mouth as you can, because if you hold it down here, you don't get the same. We tell them that.
It's just
but
nerves.
it's nerves, and it's not their fault. It is just you get up on stage and you get nervous.
And you tend to walk weird and turn your back to the audience, and just like my leg does this thing even tonight where it's like the whole song. So I can completely understand why things happen. I mean,
So even though you won last year and everything, you still had those nerves going up there.
I don't know why I was so freaking out tonight. I think it was because of the fact that I did just win last year. So I'm like, no one cares. It's just been too soon. And so I was so nervous that no one was gonna care. But I had fun. So honestly, that's all that matters to me. So.
Well, I think that's one thing that the contestants should think about going into it, and that would probably kill the nerves a little bit, is if they just went out there to have fun. Because sometimes, and there was a couple of people, and I had it written down here, that it felt like they were too nervous to really have fun, and it kind of held them back from their biggest.
Or you're thinking so much about, this note that I have to hit, and you're not gonna hit it. You're gonna mess up if you think you're gonna mess up, and if you're too nervous.
I just applaud people for going out and doing it, because they are not professional singers, but what I mean. No. We're not expecting that. But when that great performance happens, it just really does give you chills, and you're just like, oh, that's what you do it for.
Yeah.
But you understand when the performance doesn't go well too, because everybody's so nervous, and it's just part of it. And I hope that the people who didn't have a good experience come back and try again, because people get voted out that have great voices, and that happens every year, and that's just the nature of the competition and stuff. So it's not that they can't sing or anything like that. It's just nerves got the best of them. Maybe it wasn't the best song choice.
Well, sometimes there's only so many spots.
And there's only so many spots, and they did a good job, but somebody else maybe did.
There's a couple people who did really well. It's just there's only so many spots, and it's only the judges' pick right now, and they're thinking about the future, or maybe even thinking back to their audition. And so sometimes if nerves get the best of you, you don't have that time to settle. That can change things.
Yeah.
Well, it's even, and this is no offense to your group, because I thought your group was great, but I thought out of being here for 4.5 semesters, I thought this was one of the better groups as a whole that I've seen.
Yeah.
Now, Lisa, on the other hand, would argue that she sings
I mean,
groups as whole.
I will say this, I will put it in the top 2? Top 2? Yeah, because I mean, like, hey, I'm old, I've seen them all, okay, so I'll put it in the top 2.
Now, there's some
Me too,
people.
because I've only seen 2, so this is my top 2.
We're in
Was
agreement.
last year.
Mine last year was number 1, but
Now going through the people that made it through, which we have a top 12. The thing about some of them, their past performance, they performed with you last year. There was one that surprised me, and not really that I didn't think he could sing, but that he had grown as a singer, and that was Slade. I thought he got better than last year. Not that he was terrible last year, but it did get better.
yeah, Slade was a great guy, and he is one of those people who can let the nerves get the best of him sometimes. And last year competing with him, I remember just like standing backstage before he would go on, and he just was just very like, I don't really know, like he's just very nervous, and you could see it play out sometimes. And I think that he maybe has gotten a little bit more comfortable or something, but I was listening to them practice, and even then I was like, wow, like I was never, the biggest country fan or anything like that, and I know that there was quite a few people who just really loved Slade last year. And I think that this year's Slade, like, there's no competition. He's gotten a lot better. He's more comfortable, and I feel like he believes in himself a little bit more.
And he's so lovable.
Yeah.
I mean, the crowd just eats him up.
I have no idea what that is about.
There
but
were
they
signs
loved
in the
it.
crowd tonight, and it
People
was just,
cheering,
it was great to see.
One that wasn't surprising was Elizabeth. She came out. I didn't know when we were sitting there with auditions if she was going to come out for the longest time.
I told her I would drag her by her hair. I really was upset that she was thinking she wasn't going to try out.
But when she came and tried out, and then hearing her tonight and everything, I wasn't really surprised that she is as good as she is, because she
I think
is
she's
really
gotten
good.
better. I honestly think she's gotten better
She
than last year. She
is just a queen.
keeps going up and up and up.
I'm really biased because I just love Elizabeth. Like, if I could, I would have given her the crown last year. She's so good. I wasn't disappointed by any sense of the word, but I was a little, like, taken aback. I feel like she held back a little bit.
I can see it.
I think she was worried about having such a big voice that she would overpower her partner.
Yeah.
But honestly, this may be really mean, but she should have just stuck to her guns and sang it the way she wanted to.
That's one thing about the duets night is, you kind of become close with your duet partner and you want to try to help them out a little bit, but at the same time, it's a competition and you're trying to push yourself through.
It was nice that she was considerate, because by no means did she sound bad. Like, it would have been different had she like lessened herself to make herself sound equal or to make herself sound bad, like, which I hope she would never do, but to try and level the playing field to that extent. But I mean, even just a little, I feel like there was just a little more that she could have done, and she just held back a little bit. And I won't say that it didn't help, because I think it did. I think it helped Savannah come through a little bit more and maybe make
And
her
I
a little
think
bit more
Savannah has a
comfortable.
great voice.
I do.
It's just a completely different voice.
Their
than what
sounds,
Elizabeth is.
I wrote that
And
down.
that's probably what hurt
Their
her.
voices don't match. She's a powerhouse, and Savannah, I feel like, would be more comfortable singing something like indie or softer or just more mellow. And freaking Elizabeth sings "I Will Always Love You" and
Right.
Those powerhouse
Journey
songs.
songs. Yeah.
Well, that's just kind of how duet plays out, because it's a random drawing. We don't ever want anybody to say that we have paired somebody up to push them along or do anything. So it is a completely random pairing. I can promise you, I will put my hand on the Bible right now to say that has never.
Sometimes you get really lucky,
I really and truly threaten them that they cannot switch numbers to get the partner that they want. You know, that is, we drill that into them every year. And, you know, sometimes the pairing works out and you're just like, my goodness, that is just amazing. And it's just, you know, you love it when it works and you hate it when it doesn't.
Yeah. One thing about this group as a whole, and Dr. Pilot would love it, is stage presence. They had a lot of energy.
Yeah.
They were moving around. They need to learn to stay away from the monitors, but at least they were moving. They weren't, and I mean, the styles of songs you sing and stuff, most of the time standing around and staying and everything. It makes sense for the song. But like the songs that they chose, they needed to move around.
Yeah.
And they did. And I was
think
really
that's a
happy
big
about
thing
it.
is to know your song and know what it takes. Like, I mean, I'm a wardrobe person, so I'm like, oh, I want to dress this way and dress this way. But sometimes it's like, this song needs a mic stand, this song needs a stool. And I feel like they did a really good job of knowing their piece enough to say, I need to be moving or I need to be sitting. And that was impressive. Like, the stage presence was really good.
And I think that because we've been doing this for 10 years, that everybody has kind of been like, okay, I need to step up my game because this is, well, it's $1,500. And you know, we know what the competition has been like, so, you know, you wanna always progress.
Yeah.
Well, there was a couple of people, and I wrote down next to a couple of groups and certain singers and stuff. They just had a lot of energy about them. They, like Jacqueline, she seems like she's always
Very
moving
busy,
around,
very
always joyful. One person that I thought had a great voice, sounded wonderful, was John King, and he could play the piano.
It's like butter.
Yeah.
Like butter.
When the judges kicked some people out, I was iffy about it. But, I mean, that's what it comes down to. I mean, there are so many spots. And
Yeah.
judges want to hear certain things. And it
Well,
just happens.
I hear John sing a lot because we're both music people, and he, you know, sings in departmentals all the time. When Mr. Anzulis made the comment about that's how he had been wanting to hear John sing, it's so true. I mean, he sang very well tonight, and it was like one of the better times I've heard him sing. There was one note that he went into falsetto, and he like switched his voice and like backed off. And I was like, no, John King, I have heard you hit that note before. Like, I know you can do it. And I think that, I don't know why he got nervous, but maybe it was just the nerves got the better of him. But
All right, guys. Well, I hate that I have to cut this short. Watch us next time, February 7th.
Yes.
And it's Love Hate Week with the top 12. Thank you for watching.